Very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for our wonderful session today, which is called Bansuri Blues. We have a renowned flutist with us, Mr. Santosh Naik, and also Gauri Seturam from Indian Shades for facilitating the session with us. Thank you, Santosh and Gauri, for agreeing to do this session for us. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
And
It's my privilege to be here along with you.
thank you. And without any further delay, we would like to start on with the session. Over to you, Santosh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is enjoying the weekend mood already. And here I'll put it short, and we'll directly go into the meditative session, kind of a soothing session that I'll try to play with some of the rags, some of the Indian classical rags such as Yaman, Bhoop, Purya Kalyan, Purya Dhanashri, and I'm simultaneously planning to explain the significance of those rags. So whenever we enter to that rag, you should get to know that what it creates, what vibe it depicts. So that is what the whole concept is, and we'll try to be together. And if it, that there is also a conversational session at the end, so you guys are also feel free to ask me anything if you have anything to share it with me or ask me something. So yes, myself Santosh Naik. I'm a flautist, still learning. It keeps on going till the end of my journey, and with Pandit Samir Rao from Mysore. So still learning with him, and some of the education of flute has been taken from my earlier guru, Pandit Sridhar Jujarji. He was from Dharwad, and also earlier to that, so I have taken some of the preliminary vocals from Pandit Gauri Shiaji, who is from again Karnataka, one of the smallest part and the remote part of Karnataka, which is Kumta. That's the coastal part of Karnataka. And yes, today in the afternoon, this is almost evening. We are stepping towards evening. That's why I have selected a basic rag and a pure North Indian classical rag, which is called as Yaman, and it is also called as Kalyan in some places. But yes, sometimes it is little different than Kalyan when we compare Yaman and Kalyan with other gharanas. So with respect to the vibes and the prahar in which it is played, so it is a evening rag. Also it is called as Sandhi Prakash rag because it's Sandhya Kali rag, because when the sun sets, the rays that we get during that time, it is usually preferred to play. With all this information, I don't want to drag it much into the technical aspects. I would like to add my sur into it. I'd like to try this session uh, to make it much more meditative, rather than keep it a rapid notation or something like that. And at the end of the alap, I'm going to play a little a fast notations, which is called as Jod Jhala in classical terms. So here we go with Rag Yaman. A basic background tune will be played, just to match with the flute. I want everyone to close your eyes in the beginning, and just keep yourself muted. Of course, by default, you will be in mute. But yes, just close your eyes and imagine that you are sitting alone and with nothing, no worries at all, and just you are with your mind, with yourself, and just try to be in the meditative zone till some 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to relate uh, this rag with a beautiful composition in the Bollywood. So now that we are left with only a few Bollywood songs which are actually related to classical music. So there is a beautiful retro song. Just try to identify this, and you can drop a comment if you identify this song composition. You can drop a comment. You can drop your answers in comment box. There are already answers coming up, which is exactly correct. I'm just trying to elaborate this and trying to relate it with the classical. And I'll merge into the other song, just try to identify that also, which is in the same rag. Wow, lot many answers which are obviously correct. But yes, someone answered, I must mention this. It was a combination of Puriya Dhanashri and Yaman. Yes, when I touched Komal Dha, so that was Puriya Dhanashri obviously. I'm very happy to receive that comment. And everyone who have identified this song, that I'm self-satisfied that I am capable of conveying that in terms of classical music. This is how I think we can relate classical music with the Bollywood, some compositions which are still left today in the Bollywood era. And I'm so glad to receive all the comments from the listeners, and I hope that comment, that was very gem comment, but it was shifted to Puriya Dhanashri. So we are soon going to shift to the other rag. I think Shiva wants to say something, add something here.
No, Santosh, I'm actually mesmerized.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'd continue listening.
Thank you so much. Yes, so going forward, we'll move to another rag, which is again good that someone uh, r- reminded me that rag, which is Puriya Kalyan, or also Puriya Dhanashri, sorry. So we'll go to that rag immediately. Again, the chaya of the rag goes the same thing. It's like rag Yaman, but at the point we will be deviated a little towards the intense music when it touches Komal Dha and Komal Re. Just try to identify this song. क्या बात है? Everyone is identifying it. It's too good. Sorry for the interruption. The technical issues goes on. It's not in our hands. But again, I'd like to add one more addition to it. Can you identify this rag? Because I can see that there are some brilliant people who are sitting over here. So you can identify the rag instead of identifying the songs, which is too good, which is too technical, and I am sure that they have been learning classical music. Yeah, that's a good suggestion actually. Anyone? Can I identify this now? Not Vrindavani song. Vrindavani song goes something like this. Ah, Shivranjani, correct. This is again goes to Mishra Shivranjani if I do Ga Tivra. Sorry, Ga Shuddha. Now this, I think all 209 people will answer. Yes, yeah, that has been used in Hero Panti song as well. I think I've not heard much about that, but yes, basically it's a composition which is composed by Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia. Has been used in various songs in one of the Kannada movie as well, and in also Bollywood, and yes, various in one of the ghazals in Pakistan. It has been also used. So yeah, moving to another rag, and which is called rag Bhoop or Bhupali. Okay, give me 1 minute. So moving back to rag Bhoop, which is also called as Bhupali. those who have identified this. Yeah, absolutely correct. I'm linking it to one Kannada song. Anyone in the house, if they are familiar with Kannada songs that you can definitely relate it with. Just a deviation from this rag, which goes to again, I think rag Bilaval. I don't know the exact rag of this.
Santosh?
Hello.
Yeah, Santosh, the background noise seems to be overpowering the beautiful voice.
Oh, is it now? Is
Yeah.
it better? Is it better now?
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay. Yes, many have answered the composition. Now, I'd like to play one dhun with a small flute. Just check if my video is working. If there is any interruption, just let me know. I'll just turn off my video.
Sure.
This is called as Pahadi Dhun. Just close your eyes and imagine that you are out for the vacation and sitting on the hill station. Turn that off. Okay, now I think that's all from my side with playing perspective.
Thank you so much, Santosh.
Thank
I
you.
think people will need some time to recover from the state of mind that they're already in. So, Santosh, on popular demand, we have a couple of tracks that we
Okay.
want to ask you to play. If you can play
Uh-huh.
them, that'll be really nice.
Okay, I'll just try my best because basically I'd like to tell one thing before playing all the songs or recommendations.
Yeah.
Uh, so when I just started my journey with the music, so it was first preference was given to the classical music, and and even my guruji emphasized on the same thing because it's the origin of the whatever the composition nowadays in the whole world, whatever it is. So we begin with the classical, and so the when we start with the classical, it is the basic foundation of any composition is classical. That's why I'll try to figure out what rag it is in first, and then we'll try to explain that also. Couple of compositions, or if there are any requests. Yeah. So
Sure.
how should we go ahead?
So,
Yeah.
what tops the list is we've been noting down all the
Oh,
recommendations,
oh,
suggestions.
haha.
What tops the list is Tu Hi Re
Tu Hi Re. Oh, wow.
from
One of
Bombay.
my favorites. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
So, if we
Should
can
I go
start off
ahead
with
with that
that.
and
Yes, yes,
uh-huh.
please.
Okay. I'll just try to play. I played it long before when I used to. That's how it is. It was a long time back that I've played this. Yes, thanks for reminding this and giving me for giving me opportunity to play this again.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Santu.
you
That
so
was
much,
really,
Santosh.
really
That was really,
beautiful.
really beautiful.
So the
So
second
the second
popular
popular
request we have
request
is
we have
Zara
is
Zara
Zara
from
Zara from
Rehna Hai
Oh,
Tere Dil
acha.
Mein.
Okay, okay. I'll just try that. Done. हल्के से. I'll just try it, because just pardon me if I go wrong somewhere,
No
because
problem
it's a
at all.
change in octave. Basically, I'll explain you within 1 minute. When the Bollywood players, the flute players play that, they record it in part by part. And second thing, they change the octave and play. It's not sa for me with this flute. I'll consider sa in sarigama padani sa. Sharja will be dha for me, because in order to just get it very easily, if I go on closing half notations, half hold close, it becomes very tedious and there are more chances of going besur. So basically we start with dha. This is how it goes. That's how it goes. But yes, fortunately, it came out really well.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Sanju.
so
It
much,
was
Sanjay.
really,
It was
really
really,
beautiful.
really beautiful. Yeah,
A
thank you.
lot of
A lot of
nostalgic moments with that
nostalgic moments
song.
with that song.
Everyone
Yeah, yeah,
has.
too good. Yeah, yeah, it has been composed really well. I don't know how these people get these notations in their mind while composing. I don't have any idea. But yes, of course, as you said, it's
Yeah.
a nostalgic composition altogether.
Okay. So, Santosh, before we close this session for today, there's one
Yeah.
more request, and post that, if somebody wants to have a word with you personally, we can
Yeah,
also
please.
accommodate that.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
So,
sure.
the other request that we have from most of the people in the audience is Oripia.
Oripia. Oh, recently I have played that, but again, yes, it's a difficult composition altogether. So you're speaking something in between that some composition. Someone mentioned the composition. It may go too difficult for the flute or something like that. So what was it? May I know that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Hotel California.
Oh, बाप altogether different genre. I have heard that song. It's one of my favorites. But yes, I have never tried it on flute. But yes, I'll try to do that after Oripia. After that, we can just try to do that. कैसे start होता है वो Oripia? Ta- ta- Okay, ठीक है. I'll just try to do it with a different flute. That is what I remember right now.
Absolutely
Yeah,
on
sorry.
point.
Yeah. So Hotel California, I'll definitely try to do this once I reach home today. Yeah, I should. I think we should not touch that because I'm going to entirely ruin that.
Totally respect that. So, Santosh, thank you so much. There's no words that are coming out of my mouth to express what I feel. I
Thank you so
think it will
much.
be the same with all the audience that we have here today. Thank you so much for taking us on this journey. I think it really had a amazing effect on the mental state. I hope
Yes.
everyone will uh, come refreshed out of this session and try and accomplish whatever they do in the rest of the day. Right. And now we'll open the floor for questions. If anybody wants to interact with Santosh on a one-on-one, you can raise your hands and I can move you to the panel. So there are questions around where can I get a good quality flute? If you can mention a brand where they can get quality flutes.
Definitely. So the flute that I'm using, I'll recommend the same thing to you.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, request all the audience to share your feedback about this session. There's a feedback poll on your screens. Just take a few moments and give us feedback so that we can curate more sessions like this and come back to you in the consecutive weeks. Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, coming back to the question is very genuine because uh, not promoting any brands. There are many more flute makers nowadays in India who are struggling a lot, and those who are giving good product to the artists. But yes, to list some of them, just at the top priority, like the topmost flute that I would suggest is Poonam's flute, which comes all the way from Delhi, that I use. This is the flute that I use of Poonam, or else this one for a better visuals. This is the one. This is a patented flute that they have with these kind of threadings: maroon, maroon, saffron, maroon, and saffron maroon. Nowadays they have updated their website, and you can choose your own color for the threading as well. This is the best flute what is in the market right now. You can go for this flute, and just check for the genuinity before purchasing this. Just go for their website. You'll get at the top when you search for it, Poonam flutes. And this is the one where you will get Om written here, and then Subhash, who is the maker of it. Subhash Thakur is the maker of it. So now they have also opened the option saying that you can place your own name here instead of Subhash. This is what the flute customization that they are providing right now. This is one of the flute. If not this, if you already experienced that नहीं ये थोड़ा नहीं जम रहा है, मुझे कुछ और लेना है, कुछ और खरीदना है, go for Kanha, which is from Nagpur again. Not Nagpur, I think it's from Mumbai, yes, near to Mumbai. So that is also a good flute. Kanha has been used by lot many legendary players right now. So those are the two brands that I would suggest. Definitely go for Poonam, otherwise Kanha. There are more, as I said, there are more makers who are right now in the process of making. But yes, as per my experience, this and Kanha would be the good selection for the beginners as well as for the advanced flute players.
Santosh, we have another question
Yeah.
from Ankur. He's saying, does playing flute for so long affect the windpipe?
Windpipe of, like, is he mentioning the windpipe? Okay. Yes, of course it will enhance your windpipe, the capacity of windpipe, because it's nothing but the pranayam. If I technically speak, it's nothing but Kapalbhati and Basrika pranayam that we do in the yoga, in pranayam session. So it will definitely there are certain points that you have to take care of. Inhaling not much with your mouth, and inhaling much, give first preference for nose, and for some aspects you can go for mouth as well, because there are some techniques in the flute which is called as tatkar. For that you have to technically go take the air with from mouth. So but on the other hand, it is definitely 100%, I'll ensure that. So I'll surely tell that it definitely helps you for the overall well-being, and the windpipe is always enhanced when you wake up early in the morning and just go for flute practice. It will definitely uh, enhance your day, the whole day, I will say, because I have experienced it personally. So the thought process, everything will change, because ultimately it is supplying more blood to your brain. But yes, as I said, if you're taking it from mouth, it's nothing but panting. So some techniques are used in the flute just by taking air from your mouth. So these things we usually take it from mouth. This process, avoid doing this much, but inhaling from nose is always better.
Thank you, Santosh, for the answer. So Pankaj Purohit is asking, what is the meaning of E, hash, T, P, hash, G, G, hash, and bass flutes? Which flute is to be used by the beginners?
Okay. So you mean to say the alphabets that is used to represent scale, right? If
Yes, that's right.
correct. Okay, okay.
So I think
That
it's
is
E
nothing
and
but
E
a
should
very.
be.
Yeah, please, you are saying something?
No, no, no. Please go ahead.
Okay, so those are nothing but the scales that we used. In Western terms, we represent it in terms of alphabets. It starts from A. There are certain rules for it. They have represented in that way, the Western musicians. But in our culture, in Indian culture, we represent it as black one, black two, with respect to the keyboard keys. So the first key of the keyboard or harmonium, I'll come back to harmonium because keyboard again it's a Western instrument. First black key will be black one key, and then white one. For example, first white key will be white one. This is what it again depends on region. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿ ಒಂದು ಬಿಳಿ ಒಂದು ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮರಾಠಿ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಾಳಿ ಏಕ್ ಪಾಂಡ್ರಿ ಏಕ್, and when it comes to Hindi it goes to Kali Ek, Safed Ek. This is how it goes on. And the scales you were mentioning about the alphabets, there is A sharp, B, there's no B sharp, it directly goes to C sharp, D, D sharp, E, there's no E sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Altogether there are 12 scales that you're mentioning. The alphabets are represented, each alphabet represents different scales. So now coming back to the flutist, the adjoining question was which is the basic flute that we can use for as a beginner. As a beginner. So for the flutist, this is one of the, I will call it as a reason to buy too many flutes in your kit. So for each flute there are two flutes, like each scale there are two flutes. You can have two flutes for each scale. For example, A scale flute will be this much small, and also the bass flute of A goes to this much small. That's why whenever you are going to the concert or you want to put forward a project or something, you should have all the flutes in your kit as per the singer or as per the main lead artist, whoever is accompanying you. So that is how it goes with the scale. For the beginners, I will suggest that this flute will be better. This is of C sharp scale or C scale, C or C sharp. C sharp is nothing but Kali Ek or black one flute. The scale of this flute is black one. So this is better for beginners because there are only two reasons. One is the size of this. You can easily hold this. If I get the bigger one, it will be very difficult for you to handle this in the beginning stage. If I get too small, it will be very congested for you to hold close all the holes. This will be the medium one compared to this. That's why we go for this one, C sharp or C scale. The first reason is the size. It's very precise and you can go for all the finger movements. Second thing, the breathe which is given is optimum. It's not too less, it's not too high. And that's why we prefer C scale or C sharp scale. This is the C sharp scale flute of Poonam flute that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, thanks, Satish. So one last question before we end the session today. So Uttam Kumar is asking a general question on music. Like if you have to start training kids on music, which instrument should be the one?
Acha. Okay. So usually we go with the vocals because it's a self music instrument, because we already have it. There's no requirement for purchasing, or kind of we need not to make any instrument to play. For example, keyboard, you will have to purchase and you will have to spend some time on it, and you have to make an instrument to play. It's entirely a different thing. But whatever you have naturally, which is your voice, vocal cords, we can utilize that. And once, definitely for the wind instruments, what happens is, if you have a knowledge of vocals and if you are able to sing something in your particular scale, every human being has his or her own particular scale to sing. So if we identify that and try to utilize that which is naturally given, so that will help you a lot in future to opt for any instrument, whether it is tal vadya, swar vadya, anything. But better you go for the vocals first to begin with, and then we can convert it into any musical instrument.
Thanks. Thanks so much for patiently answering all the questions, Santosh. Thanks again for the wonderful time today. I think that will bring us to the end of the session.
Yeah.
So we look forward to having doing more sessions like this going forward and having you play for us.
Yes. Thank you so much for the opportunity that is given to me. and would like to thank everyone who is present here, taking out the time in the afternoon, that do Friday, which is we are already in the mood of weekend. So, but yes, all the technical answers, all the technical questions that have been asked to me, which was mesmerizing, because for an artist to answer those questions, I can analyze myself of what I know, because when someone asks me to play something, I hesitate sometimes, because yes, of course it happens, your genre is different, the question or the song which is recommended is entirely different than the genre which we have learned. But yes, here the technical thing is, some people were too technical, knows they know classical music, they know other form of music as well, and the way that I was getting the answers, and along with the rag name, which was special for me in the comment box, the song name along with the rag name, which was very I'm very uh, fortunate that I am a part of this session today, and looking forward for lot many such sessions along with these wonderful audience. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and see you soon.
Yeah. I think the audience today was brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Look forward to having you in our next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gauri.
Thank you.